Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Herbert.
And I'm Tim Seaman. As school continues with students in-person learning these days, as well as online, some parents are finding virtual learning, that's the stuff you do at home, to be, presenting some challenges. Absolutely,
and KCAU 9's Jessica Watson offers some important information now about helping your child better learn online. It's our top story at 6.
Some parents I spoke to today say virtual learning is going very well, but others say it's difficult to transition to virtual learning for them.
They don't want to participate, or they don't want to do it, or they somehow forget to do it. And if you're a working parent, it's hard to keep track of all of that when you have multiple kids at home.
Quincy Lewis says starting Friday, his kids will be going back to school in person. He says working full-time and keeping his kids motivated is virtually impossible.
Exciting, starts off interesting, and then after like a day or two into it comes the laziness and the not enthusiastic or motivation to stay on it to complete.
Kathy Schramm's kids are learning from home too, and so is she.
It depends on the day. Kindergarten has been going very well. Third grade is a bit of a struggle. Some days I have been attending third grade math.
Virtual learning is nothing new for Bethany Fuller. Her kids have been learning online for 5 years now.
The first month is so difficult. The first month you haven't gotten a schedule, your kid doesn't have a schedule, it's something totally new, and it's really difficult that first month. And then suddenly, like, the clouds disappear and the sun comes out and things just get easier.
Fuller says it helps to take breaks when your child is struggling to focus. She says it's important to find the way each child learns best.
We have certain things that have to be at certain times, but then if you're in the middle of a class and you just see that your kid is just not progressing, they're just done, we stop. We have dances that we do sometimes.
Fuller also recommends finding and relying on other parents who are also teaching kids online. You guys can help each other out. Jessica Watson, KCAU 9 News.
All right, thanks, Jessica. Well, in Hinton, students in grades 4 through 12 will be returning to on-site learning as of tomorrow morning. The school's principal says data shows that Plymouth County's positivity rate has gone down for 3 consecutive days. It is currently below the 20% mark. Now, the district absenteeism rate due to illness also well below that 10% concern level. Students and employees returning to class are still asked to continue following the recommended CDC guidelines. Well, a Test Iowa site will be launched on the campus of Morningside College for students and staff to get tested. And the college said in a Wednesday release that the testing site will offer to test specifically undergraduate students, staff, and faculty. Testing will be provided at no charge. You can find a link to sign up if you'd like on our website right now. That's SiouxlandProud.com.
In Nebraska, all but one county is now set to enter the final phase of the state's reopening, and that'll come next week. Governor Pete Ricketts announcing that most counties will enter into that 4th phase on Monday, and that means that outdoor venues can return to 100% capacity, while those indoor venues across the state will need to comply at 75% of normal. However, events meant for more than 500 people still are requiring approval from local health officials. The only county not to enter phase 4 is Lancaster, home to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. The governor now responding to rising COVID-19 cases there, suspending several sorority and fraternity houses after large gatherings were held. But so far, not looking at community-wide closings, he says.
And then the question was, will I consider closing down the bars as has been done in other states? And the answer is no, we're not really looking at that right now. Wouldn't say we might not do it in the future. But at this point, again, what we're really looking at is hospitalizations. You never say never, but at this point, we're not looking at any considerations like that.
Also announced today, Nebraska has created a new state disaster response team. It's aimed at helping local governments overwhelmed by disasters. Now time for a quick update on the COVID-19 numbers from here in Siouxland on this Wednesday. Woodbury County health officials in the past 24 hours reporting 16 new cases. Also 27 patients now currently being cared for at local hospitals with COVID-related illnesses.
In Nebraska, Dakota County reports 5 new positive tests today. The county has recorded 93 confirmed cases of COVID-19 over the past 2 weeks. And in South Dakota, Clay County reports 118 active cases. Meanwhile, Union County reports 41 active cases. The focus on Capitol Hill is the Senate's proposed coronavirus relief bill that might be headed for a vote by the end of this week. The $500 billion bill is half of what Senate Republicans had originally proposed and much smaller than the Democrats' $3 trillion relief package the House of Representatives passed. That was back in May. Senators tonight emphasizing getting financial aid to Americans now, even if this new bill leaves out several items, such as aid for state governments and direct payments to Americans.
While this bill may not address every current or future coronavirus need, it would go a long ways toward helping with our most pressing needs, supporting jobs, getting kids and teachers back to school, and ensuring that we have the medical resources necessary to fight the virus. If Democrats were serious about coronavirus relief, they would be willing to negotiate with Republicans to arrive at a bill that both sides could agree to and that could actually pass Congress.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell in the Senate says the Senate will vote on the proposed relief package tomorrow. Again, that's Thursday.
Well, what started out to be a damp day has cleared away. Not a terrible afternoon, at least dry most of the afternoon.
Right, at least we stayed dry, but we are still kind of chilly. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Marcus Beasley for a quick look at your forecast. Marcus?
Sophie and Tim, yeah, another cool day here throughout Siouxland. A little bit warmer today compared to yesterday, but still on the cooler side for this time of year. Our high temperatures today reaching up into the upper 40s and lower 50s for pretty much everyone. A high of 53 recorded in Sioux City and Wayne. A high of 50 today in Yankton, Orange City, as well as Spencer. 52 in Lamar's today, 49 in Cherokee, and reaching up to 46 degrees for your high temperature in Storm Lake. Overnight tonight, we are going to see those temperatures drop down into the upper 30s and lower 40s, so a very chilly night ahead of us. It does look like those clouds will stick around overnight tonight, maybe a couple showers, but for the most part, I think a fairly quiet night for much of Siouxland. It does look like we'll have more rain in the forecast and warmer temperatures. I'll have details on all of that in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. Well, it's been almost a week since a Homer family lost their house and several pets to a fire. That same night, the family also experienced a victory. The Bates family participated in a race at Raceway Park in Jefferson. That's where one of the family members took home first place. The family received more than $3,000 in donations that night, too. And the hotel room the Bates are temporarily calling home there, you could see, filled with gifts from a giving community.
The press definitely been overwhelming. I know on behalf of our whole family, it's so incredible how much we've received and how much support and good wishes we've received. I don't think we could ask for anything more.
Jessica Bates says the Red Cross and the community have made their temporary home possible.
The Storm Lake Police Department is hoping you'll pitch in and help them fight crime by being part of a new program there. SCRAM, or Surveillance Camera Registration and Mapping, is the name of it. That program asks folks to register the location of their video surveillance system with the police department. Now, police say that'll allow them to find the nearest video cameras whenever a crime is reported. The department also adds that they will not be getting direct access to people's surveillance camera systems when folks register for that program. If it sounds interesting and you'd like some more information, you can find it right now on our website. You can learn about SCRAM at SiouxlandProud.com or on the KCAU 9 News app. Well, animal shelters rely on donations, of course, to help find pets a safe and loving home.
That's right, but pets on the West Coast just need a place to stay while their humans evacuate from wildfires. How organizations are sheltering animals now, coming up.
And it's looking like the rain will wind down overnight tonight. We'll see gradual warming here into the weekend and more rain possible on Friday. Details on all of that after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6. Forecast. This is KCAU 9 weather.
Sun certainly has tried to poke through a time or two this afternoon.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's doing its job, but it feels like at least a little bit warmer than this time yesterday. Still well below where we should be for this day.
That's right. We are seeing those temperatures a tad bit warmer today, at least getting up into the lower 50s for some of us. Where yesterday we really struggled to get out of the 40s in the afternoon. Our high temperature yesterday was actually recorded at 4 a.m. So it was a cool afternoon yesterday. Today a little bit nicer. The view outside from the Ho-Chunk Center showing that we are still seeing those gray skies and gray conditions all throughout Siouxland, and we are seeing dry roadways here in Sioux City, especially in downtown. So we haven't really seen too much rain here in the last little bit in parts of Siouxland, but southern Siouxland seeing a little bit more rain today, and yesterday as well. Southern Siouxland seeing the most rain today. Right there in Denison, right around 6/10 of an inch. Carroll right under a ½ inch of rain. Tacoma at 3/4 of an inch. So seeing those heavier rainfall totals in southern and southeastern Siouxland. Here in Sioux City, just shy of 2/10 of an inch. Lamar's right around 1/10, as well as in Spencer. And Storm Lake also 1/10 of an inch. Wayne at around 0.15. And coming in at 0 in Cherokee and Yankton, so some lighter totals as you head further to the north. Temperatures outside right now, upper 40s, lower 50s. We're seeing 52 in Sioux City, 50 in Lamar's, Orange City, Spencer, and Yankton, 51 degrees in Wayne, 48 in Cherokee, Storm Lake at 46. And as far as winds go, a little bit lighter today. We're seeing winds around 5 to 15 miles per hour for most of us out of the northeastern direction. 12-mile-per-hour winds in Sioux City, 9 in Wayne, Yankton, Lamar's at 9 miles per hour as well. 8-mile-per-hour winds in Cherokee and Orange City, 14 in Storm Lake and Denison, also with 14-mile-per-hour winds. So still a little bit of a breeze outside, but not as gusty as what we had yesterday. And looking at wind gusts, we're really only seeing those in far eastern Siouxland. Storm Lake with a 20-mile-per-hour gust. 24-mile-per-hour gust there in Spencer, 23 in Carroll and Audubon with a 20-mile-per-hour gust. So it's not nearly as breezy today as it was yesterday. Satellite radar showing that we are seeing those cloudy skies throughout Siouxland, and we've had clouds here the last couple of days. Far southern Siouxland seeing some more light rain showers, and as we head into the overnight period tonight, it does look like if we do see any rain, most of it will fall in southern Siouxland. And speaking of the rainfall for the month of September, we've seen just over an inch here in Sioux City, while typically we would see right around 8/10 of an inch for this time of the month. And for the year, we're still at a pretty big deficit. 15.73 inches of rain has fallen here in Sioux City. And typically by this time in the year, we'd see already, or we would have already seen over 21 inches of rainfall. So a pretty big deficit there. This rain is helping out, at least make a little bit of a dent in that drought, but it does look like we are going to see things dry for tomorrow. We will have clouds here on Thursday throughout Siouxland, but I think most of the day will be on the drier side. And we actually might see a few peaks of sunshine Thursday afternoon. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice in northern Siouxland, as you head into parts of South Dakota, we'll have some sunshine. And then as we move into Thursday night and into Friday, those clouds will surge back north, and we'll have a chance of some showers developing early Friday morning. This is at 8 a.m. and into Friday afternoon.
Welcome back. 200 fires burning on the West Coast at this hour, 24 of those in the state of California. The Creek Fire is burning an area the size of New York City's Central Park every half hour.
This as parts of Washington and Oregon are also fighting massive fires. In Oregon, more than 360,000 acres have now been burned, that number doubling overnight.
High heat and high winds are fueling these fires up and down the West Coast. Then officials say they are uncontrollable until the weather gets better. Thousands of people, of course, have had to evacuate. And as people are fleeing from the fires, temporary shelters are filling up fast with animals who are in need of a safe spot while being evacuated, specifically during the Creek Fire.
Shayla Girardin shows us how the community is stepping up to protect these pets.
A startling picture, hundreds of animals being sheltered at Clovis North High School.
I would easily guess we are at 300 to 350.
After utilizing every inch possible, they determined they needed more space, moving animals into a second room and asking the community for crate donations.
They're going to be moved in there a lot more comfortable. The dogs will be able to space out a little more. They'll be cooler.
People responded in a big way.
We dropped off a crate and a dog carrier and disinfectant. It was heartbreaking to see all the dogs inside. How many dogs are displaced and without their owners, and just really feel for them.
After receiving dozens of crate donations over the course of the morning and with more on the way, staff are saying the biggest need now is cash.
Cash is king. That way, again, we can get all the things that we need that we may run out of and don't have time to ask for.
Over at Valley Animal Center, staff spent the morning much the same, prepping crates and receiving animals.
There's so many emails already, we're not quite sure how many exactly we're going to be able to take in yet.
Opening the space to smaller animals, but they're still in need of supplies like crates and food.
At the moment, it's free. We're still trying to figure out everything. That's why we're asking the public for donations for food and extra crates, because the more we get, the more we can take in.
Time to talk some sports, and the Briarcliff football team has been climbing the ranks the last couple of seasons.
Jake has more on how the team plans to continue that climb coming up in sports.